Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to review the epaxial muscles on the dog. Look at the orientation now. We have cranial here, caudal here, ventral here, and dorsal here. And first we'll review some of the more superficial muscles. We're going to deflect. So we have the trapezius, whatever is left of it, up here, going to be deflected dorsally. Latissimus dorsi, going to be deflected again dorsally. Brachycephalicus muscle, deflected dorsally. Ulmus transiferius, cranially. Serratus ventralis, ventrally. And then serratus dorsalis cranialis, which already was transected here, is going to be deflected dorsally. And the thoracolumbar fascia caudally here was incised and deflected ventrally. I also cleaned the deep fascia over the lumbar area of the epaxial muscles. So the epaxial muscles are divided into three groups, and the acronym is I love taco, I, L, and T. The ventral group is the iliocostalis. The middle group is longissimus, and the dorsal group is the transversal spinalis muscles. And all these muscles are sitting in between the transverse processes and the spinous processes of the vertebrae. So let's start with the first group, the iliocostalis. We have here two muscles. The first one is the iliocostalis thoracis. We can see it here. This is the muscle from here about to here over the ribs. And then as we continue more caudally, we have the iliocostalis lumborum. The second group has three muscles in it. I'm deflecting now one of the more dorsal muscles we'll discuss soon to see the first muscle. This muscle here, the longissimus capitis, that points towards the head, almost parallel to the long axis of the body. The second part of this longissimus system is the longissimus cervicis, and here we have about 3 to 4 fingers pointing toward the cervical vertebrae. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. The fourth one right adjacent to the iliocostalis group. From that point and caudally, we're looking at a very long muscle which is combined for the thoracic and lumbar area. This is the longissimus thoracis et lumborum. So what I'm grasping now between my two fingers as I'm running caudally, this is the longissimus thoracis et lumborum ending at the ilium. The last group, the most dorsal group, is the transversal spinalis group. And here we have multiple small muscles and fascicles that we're not going to cover because they're not so important. We're going to focus on two muscles of that group at the cranial aspect. The first one you see here, the wide and flat muscle here, is the splenius, and we already cut it perpendicularly. And as you deflect it, you can see the muscle underneath. This is the semispinalis capitis, which has two parts, and you can see that oblique line in between them. The more ventral part is the complexus, and the more dorsal part is the cervicis biventer. And when we run along that groove between the two muscles and separate them, when you go deeper, what you'll find running on top of the side of the spinous processes is the nuchal ligament, that white band here. And that nuchal ligament is paired. You have one on the left side, we can see now, and another one on the right side. And they're running from the spinous process of T1 all the way to the head. They serve to hold the head erect without involvement of the muscles. And they continue both more caudally as the supraspinous ligament.